The energy of Yeshua has been coming in so strong, and it's been coming in for the last few weeks. But I've really just been sitting with this energy because this is the first time I've intensely connected with Yeshua, right? And when his energy came in, it was so strong. Like the way my heart space started to expand with so much love. I didn't know my heart could hold that much capacity for the energy of love. And I consider myself someone who is a lover, okay? When I love hard. You get it? And that's right across the board. So when Yeshua's energy came in, especially at a time where it was almost as if like I had a lot of questions and I had a lot of like things going on, Yeshua came in with this immense love. And it's so funny because that day I was actually watching a video about someone connecting with the energy of Yeshua. And literally at the night of like me watching that video, because I watched that video during the day, and that night the energy was so strong, like it was undeniable. And it was so strong to the point like I just burst into the tears, right? The message that Yeshua was bringing through was a message of divine love, universal love, unconditional love, and being in a space of understanding that regardless of your trials and your tribulations, regardless of your actions, regardless of what you have experienced, what you have been through, or what you have done unto others, right? You will always be loved. The essence of love is what you embody. The essence of love is what makes you who you are. Even those that are in like the darker and lower vibrations, there is still an essence of love that is still within them, but just lays dormant. And the more that you are in this space of shining your essence of love is what will help for those individuals who have the love dormancy within them to come up to the surface. That's why, do you ever notice when you're around a particular person who has maybe a negative vibration or is a lot darker, starts acting erratic or starts calling you out or starts like I'm hearing like bullying tactics, people just start moving crazy or start moving mad around you? It's because those demons within them are literally the wall between that person, the conscious person self, and the door of opening up the dormancy for the love that is within them. It's like those demons are guarding the door that opens up in order for that love to be able to filter through. And it's like as soon as you can eradicate those demons is as soon as you can open that door of love, yeah, and remove that dormant love ability and unlock it and cause it to come through. It's just like when you are in a space of being able to heal someone back into love from their pain, right? And this is what Yeshua was saying to me. It was like, it doesn't matter, you know, at what stage you are at. Everybody has their moments and everybody has a role to play, even in some of the darkest situations, which can be hard for like us as human beings to understand. But Yeshua was saying that every situation, every circumstance, everything has a role, has a part to play. It's all part of source energy. And the more we can extend love into these situations, the more we can be in a space of raising our vibrations, right? The more it's like we can continue to cultivate and create this sort of heaven on earth experience for all of us. It's kind of like what I'm getting now, because I'm getting the energy come through even strong now. Like, I remember years ago I had read that in certain ancient cultures when a member of the tribe or a child did something wrong, there wasn't punishment for that child. They would literally be showered and nurtured back into their goodness through reminding that said person of the tribe or that child of all of the good deeds that they have done and how beautiful they are as a being, and how much they are valued within that tribe and in that community. And that alone, showering them with love, would cause them to come back to their true nature and their true essence, which is love, right? And it goes into the aspect of like, even when you get people who have done, like, let's say, bad things, okay, and this is not me dismissing some of the horrible things that have happened in the world, but some of those people that have done those things, there is still some form of love that is dormant within them that has somehow got shut off because of what they have been through, that caused them to do the things that they have done or experience the things that they have done. Okay, it's just like they say, no child is born evil. When you look at a baby, you don't look at a baby and be like, yeah, that baby is evil. Like, you don't, right? It's the environment and the circumstances and even the contract that we have agreed to play out before we hit the earthly realm. There is a certain level and standard of training that we go through that is not you can't equivalate it to earth years, but there is a certain level of training energetically that a soul has to go through in order to be able to withstand and endure the lessons and the densities that you experience on planet Earth. Okay, it's not for the weak, which is why, like, not all spirits end up coming here, okay, or qualify to come here, right? There is a certain level of training that you have to go through, and some of those trainers are going through understanding the universal laws that govern this plane and our realm and this existence that we are in. Some of them is understanding the virtues so that you can understand when you are in a cycle virtue. So if you're in a cycle, a lesson in patience, or if you're in a lesson in empathy, or a lesson in discernment, these are all cycle and virtues that you have to learn, but you have to go for a certain level of training in order to be able to understand when you are in that cycle and things like that. It's just like when a child is learning to walk, or just like schools. In schools, you are obviously taught, but for the most part, when you're in school, you're being taught to become an employee, are you not? Yeah, the fuck you are, okay? That's they don't want to admit it, but that's what you are. You're being taught to be an employee, right? And it's just like when you start a new job, you go through work training, you go through these things before you get into said job role. You get the education behind said job role so that you can do the job efficiently. Yes, you'll learn more on the job, but the basis of the education is so that you can familiarize yourself with what that subject is about and what that job is gonna entail, so that you have an idea of what you're going to be doing and how to operate, and all of the theory and the practicality behind that, so that you can go ahead and do that job efficiently and effectively, right? It's the same thing. So when we are talking about the essence of love and extending love, because we say this all day, be kind to people because you never know what they're going through. But that is a true thing. People are fighting demons on a day-to-day basis. And Yeshua was just coming through with the message of, sometimes when you feel that, certain things are not necessarily going your way, or feeling like you're being left out, that is when you need to cover yourself and immerse yourself with divine love. And that can simply be through calling in source energy. That can simply be through calling in Yeshua, the energy itself, and just immersing yourself with love. And it was like, the energy was just basically saying, even in the midst of you feeling like you have done certain things wrong, or you have been in a space of inflicting Like, that's just an example. Inflicting harm onto another, you are not denied love because of that. You know, you are not denied love because of that. You can still be loved, but you have to be in a space of forgiving yourself first, and then being able to extend that energy of love to yourself. So, like, Yeshua was just basically saying that all things is just led with love, right? And with love, all things can be conquered. It's just, again, it's that level of awareness. And that is what we're moving towards now, you know? It's like, because I'm just getting an example of, like, you know, where someone might be a murderer. And let's say, for instance, there is an individual who has murdered somebody's son. And you hear stories of the victim's son going to visit the murderer that killed their son, and choosing to forgive that person, and that person, you know, the murderer, breaking down in tears and asking for forgiveness, and the mother or the father is extending forgiveness and extending love to that murderer. And that is what brings them back into that state of love. Not all the time, but it does, you know. And it's just like, in that energy, that's what Yeshua was trying to show. Like, sometimes all it is simply that beings just need love. It's a lack thereof love that is not being extended to them, for them to choose to want to be better, to choose to want to experience love, things of that nature. Okay, so some of you could be in this energy where Yeshua has been extending grace to you, or has been giving you signs that the energy wants to work with you, okay? And notice how I'm saying energies, because some people want to say Yeshua is he, her, whatever, but I'm saying energy because that's the energy that I got. So Yeshua might be extending that sort of urge, or this could be a synchronicity for you that Yeshua is wanting to work with you or connect with you in a certain way. But the energy is potent, it's powerful, and like I said, it blasted my energy center wide the fuck open. Like, it's unlike anything I have ever felt, and I've done the whole heart coherence thing before, you know, but this was different. Like, my heart literally felt like it took up the whole capacity of my chest with love. I want you to think of the most love-fulfilled situation you've ever been in, whether that's, like, you know, if you're a woman and you've given birth to a child, and the amount of love you felt, times that by like 100. Like, it was that much that it was, you know, if you've ever been in a situation where the situation's been so painful, you've cried to the depths of the pits of your stomach, where you've is it wellowed? Yeah, you're crying. I mean, ugly crying, right? To the point where it's like, it hurts so much. But flip that and experience that as love. You're crying because you feel so much love, and no matter how many things you think of that, oh, but I could have done this better, and I remember when I did this, and I should have done that, and you just have this energy telling you, regardless of every single thing you've done, you are still loved. We still love you. Yeah, you did that thing, but we still love you. Yeah, you may have committed that crime, but we still love you. Yeah, you may have done this to A, B, and C, but we still love you. Yeah, you might not have followed the guidance, but we still love you. Yeah, you might have done, but we still love. The message is that you are still loved regardless. It doesn't matter. You are still loved. Always will be loved. Won't stop never being loved. And when you decide to exit this earthly plane, that's exactly what you are going back into. Love. The number 6 could also be significant. So yeah, I bless that resonates. It's not going to resonate for everybody. But for those that are meant to see this message, they will see it. Okay. So I'm saying loads of love, and I'll see you guys in the next video.